Hello everyone, and welcome back to the altars. It's day 39. And the first thing we're going to do is put another altar in the incubator, or in the womb. Because we just installed another qubit chip. So we have another slot available. Let's see what's on offer generally. There is a doctor with a split at 15-year-old. Could we do that? Yes. Let's check our options first before we read up on the stories. There's a refiner waiting at 23-year-old. It's also unlocked. A branch to guard at 25-year-old. That's a branch off of the miner, actually. Interesting. Could also unlock this. I think that's it, right? Picking the refiner would eventually unlock, once we find another qubit chip, give us access to the branch that leads to the worker. And doctor leads to the shrink. I think for now, since we're still very much limited on resources, I think I would actually most like the refiner. But if the social aspects start becoming more relevant, maybe having a path to the shrink or maybe even the guard is safer. Oh, but a worker, 50 plus 50 efficiency when crafting items in the workshop sounds very, very useful as well. So I think refiner and worker at the current stage of the game where we're crafting a lot. Yeah, I think I'm going with that. So let's remind ourselves what original timeline we're on. Okay, this is a branch of Jan Prime. Let's remind ourselves, Jan Prime went away at 19-year-old to get away from like a toxic home, basically. And worked abroad for 2 months. And when he came back, yeah, it was too late to say goodbye to Mom. And then Jan Prime, a 23-year-old, contemplates running away from it all, ditching college and making a fresh start, but decides against that and carries on with his original plan. Okay, and this is where the refiner branches off. 23-year-old, breaking free. You failed her. But what could you have done? Stayed behind in that miserable place to become bitter and dead inside? Be like Dad? The sense of guilt holds you by the throat. What if you ran away from it all? Ditched college. Made a fresh start, forgot. You can't stay here and wallow in sadness. You don't owe anything to anyone. You're free now. What's stopping you? So that's the branch of the miner. New awareness ready, Jan Refiner. Alright, let's see what happens in Jan Refiner's life then. After breaking free and running away. 24-year-old, it's only a warehouse. It's a tiring job. But what did you expect abroad with no degree? Don't complain, work hard, and you'll see, good things will come to you. Just get a grip, be strong, it's only a warehouse. 26-year-old community. These are the moments you don't regret working for a big corporation. Look at all those people, everyone with a different past and big dreams for the future. You'd never get a chance to meet them if you'd stayed home. Sure, you're all overworked, but you're in this together, you're a community. 27-year-old, outrage. The shock is paralyzing. You knew this person and now she's dead. She'd been complaining about working too hard for several weeks, but nobody listened. So young. And they say she had 2 kids back home. It's an outrage. Something needs to be done. 27-year-old, stronger together. The anger rises, not just in you, but in everyone. The corporation cannot keep ignoring your protests now that so many people have joined the strike. You're strong together and they're scared of you. For the first time you feel empowered, strong with the union. These people are your true family. 28-year-old, a different perspective. Ben seems different from the others, not so angry. It gives you a different perspective. You start asking yourself questions you've never asked yourself before. Who am I? What are my values? And Ben never judges you. He's just there when you need to talk, always. 30-year-old, water cannons and nightsticks. Just when you thought the strikes were leading to something, this happens. The police with their water cannons and nightsticks. You're not criminals. They're only escalating the violence. The union has to do something about it. We can't just be silenced like that. 30-year-old, time to move on. Ben has a point when he says he's sick of the violence. But would it be right to just run away? You truly believe in what these people are fighting for. Can you just abandon them in misery? Wouldn't it be selfish, cowardly? Ben says he could gain professional experience. Maybe he's right and it's time to move on. Ooh, interesting, and this is another branching point. 30-year-old, learning fast. You inhale the salty air, it's peaceful here. The work is hard, but you're learning fast, and Ben is benefiting a lot too, doing his research. You count the days to shore leave, when you'll do some traveling together. The warehouse and the union seem to belong to a different life, so we went on what, like... on a... oil rig, maybe? Oh yeah, I didn't really pay attention while reading to the image on the slide before that. Do not miss the opportunity to take part in this unique internship. Work on oil rig, get your experience and land full-time jobs. So yeah, Jan Refiner was originally very invested in workers' rights and the union, but at 30-year-old decided that, and maybe was convinced by Ben to basically put himself first. And take the internship on the oil rig. And Young Worker, which we'll come to next probably, is the version that stayed behind and the idealistic version. But let's stick to the refiner. At 30-year-old, we go on the oil rig with Ben, apparently. 31-year-old, contagious enthusiasm. The new work regulations on the rig make you uneasy. Is everything as safe as they're telling you? Ben would probably say that you're paranoid. Better not tell him. All he wants to talk about now is Rapidium anyway. Humanity's salvation among the stars. You have to admit his enthusiasm can be contagious. So, was he doing research on Rapidium then, on the oil rig? Anything else I missed maybe on the slides? No. 33-year-old, drunken dreams. He pours you another one. It's great to be on leave finally, but it's never enough for Ben. A space mining mission, of course the way he talks about it is so appealing. They need geologists and refinery operators. You could both sign up, and he pours you another one. Oh, what the hell, you only live once, right? You might as well enroll for that crazy shit. 33-year-old, you were supposed to be there. You stare at the news in disbelief. Your head pounds, you feel sick. That party yesterday, you were supposed to go back today. You were supposed to be there, were it not for... Wait, where is Ben? Of course, you remember now, he went back. He's there, is he? Was he in that accident too? So... Looks like we... not we. Jan Refiner dodged being in the Ulrich explosion because he was too hungover. 34-year-old. What now? They're talking, but you can't hear them. All you can think about is that heavy lump in your chest. Guilt. What if you had gone back with Ben? Could you have prevented the accident? What if you had told someone about your concerns? What if... How can you move on? You can't force yourself to believe that he really is gone. What are you supposed to do now? What are you supposed to do now? Yeah, obviously kind of ironic that the version that Jan Refiner gets convinced by his friend to put himself first in his career over like workers' rights, and then the very lack of workers' rights and him not speaking up about worker safety on the Ulrich is maybe what he's partly blaming his friend's death on. 34-year-old, a lifeline. You read the message for the 10th time. Congratulations, Mr. Dolsky. You qualified for Project Dolly. How ironic that Ben was the one who dreamt of going. You were just drunk when you filled in that application form. Is it a bad joke or maybe a lifeline? Okay, so that makes it seem like... yeah, that makes it seem like getting accepted. I can't remember, in one of the first calls maybe, or maybe one of the first branches we read, I think someone said that Alykov was willing to throw bodies at planets, which made it seem that like everyone basically was being recruited. Maybe at that point it was like that, because it sounded like it makes it sound like it's a huge deal to get in. Yeah, 35-year-old Project Dolly, you enter the spacecraft full of hope, because maybe this really is the biggest opportunity humanity has ever had. And you'll be part of it. How exciting is that? Interesting. Whoa. Cool, alright. It's gonna take how many hours until this guy is ready to come out of the womb? 8 hours. Alright, let's make the best out of those 8 hours then. We have research queued for the next 6 hours with the suit upgrade. And I think we're going for cheaper batteries next. Ooh, we actually unlocked a bunch of stuff because of our qubit level upgrade. Don't have the planetary samples for this. Yeah, the cheaper batteries I don't really need, but I want the cheaper climbing, obviously. Anything on the base? Base expansion 3. We don't really need right now. We're still in the process of repairing our base from what we had to dismantle to get here. Efficient food. Okay, probably a lot of stuff that's actually very nice to have down there, right? Raw food packages are produced 25% faster. Okay, food farm. Personal cabin. Nice, I think. Yeah. I hope I'm not getting into problems by not prioritizing all of the mental well-being options. But talking about that, do we have unlocked the contemplation room? Yeah, and the gym? And we no longer have them, right? Did we ever? Oh, they needed like lots of minerals. Okay, that makes sense. Good thing that we never built them then. Let's see our assignments for today. We need someone doing maintenance. Best done by technician. And do we need anything? Yeah, lots of stuff from here, right? Do we have a drill cartridge? No. Let's assign Jan Miner is already at the metals outpost, but it's only working a 7-hour shift because he's not feeling great. Not sure why. Probably because... yeah, because of the sheep, obviously. Yeah, I'm gonna go mine some enriched metal then. Until he starts working. Did we even find a proper, like, only metal deposit yet? No, right? No, we didn't. Okay. There we go, now it's his shift. Even though we have to be careful because of the radiation here, right? But he's doing fine for now. Let's teleport up here. And see if we can't... should we spend some time collecting minerals, or should we try and see what's up there first? I think I want to see what's up there. But I think I'm grabbing those metals. I think we figured out that it was worth taking those, right? In terms of time spent. Hope so. Ooh. Ooh, I need a hook upgrade to make it up there at all, because it's a high climb. Okay. What about the other one? Is that a 4 or a 6? Also a 6, damn. Yeah. But... wait. Oh, I also need this upgrade. The hook upgrade allows you to climb walls that are too high to reach with a regular climbing hook. Alright, I have 6 energy bars, right? I only need... okay. Sorry, UI blind, maybe. Let's... do we keep the progress if we cancel? I guess so. Let's spend 4 hours mining. We're good on organics. Let's mine some emeralds, minerals. Uh-oh. Hook upgrade research finished. Okay, which way are we going? We're going this way, I think. You don't have the hook upgrade? What do you mean? I do. Or do I need... maybe I need to teleport back to the base? To install the hook upgrade? What about now? No?
I'm done here. Should I do this now?
You can... yeah, cheaper batteries and cheaper climbing. I don't understand. Researching... oh, I need to craft... sorry, UI blind again. I need to craft the hook upgrade, which takes 60 minerals. Good thing I was mining minerals anyways then. The -$, from a radiation burn. Yeah, I'd really like to have... well, for now... is he done with his shift anyway? Yeah. So, no reason to move him somewhere else. At least not today. There we go. Production... let's queue this hook upgrade to make sure it's done tomorrow, even though some would have to work through the queue first, which is probably going to be me. Let's greet our new author. Here we go. Hey there.
Hey there, buddy. How do you feel? Oh, been better, that's for sure. Oh, what is this place? And shit. Who are you?
Disturbing, isn't it? Don't worry, I'm not an illusion. Disturbing, isn't it?
Disturbing, isn't it? Yeah. Your voice, what's going on?
There's really no good way.
We'll get to
that. There's really no good way to
Just
explain.
Let me ask you some control questions first, okay? Sure. Fire away. Do you remember your name? Yeah. Jan. Dolsky. And what's your role on this mission? I'm a refinery operator. Oh, you look like me, but also not like me. Are we brothers or something?
Yeah, we're more than brothers.
We're much more than that. Genetically speaking. We're the same person. Genetically speaking? Whatever you're trying to tell me, stop beating around the bush.
You want to play beer pong?
Alright then. You're
maybe after
my
this.
alter. I created you with the use of Rapidium. Rapidium? Yeah. We did it. It's here.
Oh yeah, he's gonna like that.
You hear that, Ben?
Stop talking to yourself. What the fuck is wrong with you? No time to celebrate, we're in deep shit. Who's Ben? Yeah, I think... Yeah. Maybe. This might lead to him discovering that he doesn't exist, but I mean... Yeah. Even if he didn't, we would only delay the inevitable.
Ben? What Ben? Huh? Oh, never mind. Hey, wait. What was that you said about creating me? Look, you've obviously still not recovered from the shock. Why don't you rest a little and read the mission logs? They'll put it in perspective. We can talk more when the meds wear off. The meds. Yeah, that explains a lot. Not everything, but I feel like there's something more to this feeling of being so light, weak, you know? Just relax and take it slow. You'll feel stronger in no time. Okay, yeah. Maybe. And hell, I can't wait to see Rapidium. You will soon. I promise.
We have 2 arcs with this stuff. But you can actually go in, right? No. Yet for some reason, it still needed to be connected to a hallway or a door. Okay, research. It's fine. Is anyone ill? How are all the alters doing? Jan Refiner is feeling okay. Jan Miner is frightened and irradiated. Can we have him sleep in the infirmary to get rid of his radiation? He isn't working until I think 10 anyway, so it doesn't matter, I think. Can Jan Refiner work? Put him in and put this guy back in the greenhouse. And if there's no scheduled repair, this guy can handle the workshop. Jan Technician looks a bit annoyed. Rebellion is a pretty strong emotion. Might need to keep an eye on that. Young Scientist is feeling okay, even though he's quite frustrated. He's still pretty motivated. Young Botanist is sad and feels like a burden. Sad probably because of Molly. I'm not sure where the burden thing has come from, but I think he was kind of like the most depressed by default anyways, right? Which makes sense because him waking up is probably, yeah, he probably suffered the biggest emotional trauma because all of them had to discover that a lot of the people they remember having relationships with were not real, but this guy was the only one that had a really strong relationship with his wife. So, yeah. Jan Miner is feeling insecure and a little bit of burden and gloom. And the radiation didn't help, so I think I want to actually make sure and they don't get even to this stage of radiation burn. And Jan Refiner is feeling surprisingly okay, even though he just hatched. Cool. No one wants to talk. We can head to the social room and show all of them a movie.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Okay. And maybe that helps. And the miner recovered from the radiation burn. Completely. Well, not completely, but enough for it to no longer count, I guess. Oh no, he's at minimal radiation, okay. I think he can work tomorrow then. Either at... We'll see. Let's go to sleep. Okay, also let's remind ourselves for tomorrow, because we didn't really get too much done of our story objectives and to not lose track of that. I'm kind of worried. The last time my strategy wasn't really working well, where I somehow, I'm not sure if it's like a global counter of the days, I'm a little bit metagaming here obviously, but I somehow got into the countdown and then I didn't prioritize getting the tasks done. So but the countdown I think happened at, to me, like an arbitrary point. I think when we were clearing some rocks or something. So it probably wasn't that, it was just some kind of timed event. But yeah, I'm on the one hand I'm kind of worried that if I don't keep track of the main objectives right now and only keep track and only try to explore and set up resources, that the game is gonna start the countdown again, and this time I'm even further behind our main story objectives than last time. So yeah, I definitely want to do the Valley of Life quest. Not because I think it's urgent, but because I'm really interested in the story result and why the sheep passed, and if maybe only the alters or all of us, including Jan Prime, have this. I think it was described as like a film in the skull, on the brain or something. Yeah, interested to see where that goes. For now, let's go to sleep. And I think I was supposed to be working the workshop queue. Oh, our food is about to run out. But it's cute, so let's put the botanist in the kitchen. And I think we're gonna be fine. We're going in the workshop. Crafting another mining outpost. The radiation for... Oh, is he on... Okay, he's on shift. He can do the rest. And This guy is working now on our food. I think we can put this above, right? Because this is also a quick craft, so there's never really a situation where you need to be crafting mush for time efficiency reasons. Yeah, cooked meal is faster, so yeah. When you have the resources to do it, you should always do it. What can we do? I'm waiting on the... I really need the hook upgrade, so let's put that at the top, maybe? So only an hour. Let's head out there and maybe... Are we good on organics? Still, yeah, we're doing really good on organics, so... Let's spend an hour here.
Can't do this without resources. Should I move on to this now?
No, I'm actually doing that.
Done. We need to discuss something.
Oh, I wanted to assign... Yeah, this guy is still in the infirmary. You can... You go mine organics, and the refiner can get some enriched metals for himself to refine later. So can I climb now? Yeah, there we go. Right, let's see what's up there. Nice, a metals deposit. That was one of the things we were missing. Can we place a pylon here that will auto connect? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, maybe not. Ooh. Let's not run into that. Maybe place it here on the edge. Okay, we will think about that later. We can't destroy those anomalies because we don't have the juice. But I think I should still get in a habit of using this just to check what kind of anomaly they are. This one is the rippling kind, I'm pretty sure, now that I'm getting a good look at it. Okay, we have a rock blockade here, which, from my experience, can basically only mean that this is where we need to go. This is where we're actually going to find the place to mine, right? Let's check. Wait. I'm stupid, you can just run around. There's no point. But there's probably, yeah, there's probably some more anomalies in the way. Let's see. Polygonal scanner. Maybe I was wrong? Might not be here after all. Okay. Ooh. Every time, man. Let's check up here again. Okay, it's not up here. Is it? Do you think it's straight? I don't have the drill to check. It's in the queue, but I also don't have the energy to... Yeah, okay. I could drop down there, but there's no way back up, so... Let's keep putting out our polygonal scanner and hope that we'll find something. Okay, okay, this looks promising. That's pretty red. Maybe it's below this. No? Here? Come on. This looks really promising, but for some reason I can't seem to place. What am I? There we go. It was literally right under the anomaly. Building mode, mining outpost. Okay, we can't place the mining outpost either because of the. How are the chances we have a battery? 0. Nice. So. We could wait until we have enough pylon components to... No, that wouldn't work, right? I was about to say we could wait until we have enough pylon components to maybe place a travel pylon here. Which, I mean, it's kind of a waste, but unless there's another way to get into here and... No, there's no other way to get into here and keep the energy, right? Either you go through the energy gate and lose all your energy, or you climb and lose all, in my case at least for now, until we have cheaper climbing, lose all of our energy. So the only way to get rid of... Unless there is something... No. The only way to get rid of this thing is to have a battery, or obviously save some on the way here. Well, in 1 hour and 42 minutes we have the cheaper batteries upgrade, so I guess we're doing this when we come up here the next time. Is there any point in destroying this rock blockade? Not really, I think. There's definitely no point in destroying this one, but there's no point in destroying this one either, because... Yeah, we don't need the space here. And if we needed to reach it at all, yeah, we can drop down anyway from here. Yeah, okay. So... The other question we still need to answer is how do we connect with... connect this thing to the power grid. And I'm not actually sure, because I can't seem to place anything here. So... And I think that's the only real... Actually, you know what? We don't have any energy, so we can afford... Since we can't do anything up here, let's drop down. Where's the drop actually? Is it here? There it is. Let's drop down and check if there's a way to make the connection from here. Not really, right? You can't pull it through here. Huh. Maybe through... Okay, yeah. The only way to get it is to put it down there. I think. Alright, we can safely go through this energy barrier because we don't have any energy to begin with. And then make sure we find this spot we just... Oh, I think it's actually this way. Yeah, right behind. Okay. So we definitely need a pylon here, and we have exactly one pylon component left. Do we need to go particularly deep? No. But it's not connecting, so... So we... I'm not convinced. I think I'm placing... I think I'm placing 2 for now, and if it turns out we don't need it, we can remove the last one. Okay, so we definitely need a battery for the next time we come in order to place the outpost here. Oh wait, yeah. Yeah, okay. How are our resources looking? We have more than enough organics. We have 88 metals, that's fine. We have some refined metal as well for our refiner. We don't have any rubidium at the moment, and we're already again low on minerals, so I'm gonna spend until 8 PM grabbing emeralds. And then it's time to head back to the base. I did say I wanted to build the MRI scanner, right? But I never actually checked what I needed. Okay, 100 minerals and 100 metals. Okay, yeah. We'll get around to it. Who wants to talk? The refiner wants to talk and the botanist wants to talk. Let's do the botanist first. He's down there in storage. What's he doing in storage? Probably depressed? You wanted to talk?
There was something you wanted to talk about. Yeah. This journey. It's taking longer than I thought. Gives me more time to think.
And that's...
Practice all those theoretical scenarios in my head again.
What scenarios?
What scenarios are we talking about exactly? The way it's gonna play out? When I finally appear on Lena's doorstep?
Uh-oh.
Will I catch her after her morning run, or does she not do that anymore? And where does she even live? But most of all, will she be happy to see me? Or will it scare the shit out of her?
This fantasy keeps you going, doesn't it? You don't care for her feelings, this is about you. Yeah. I mean, yes. Yes. That's kind of objectively true, but because he can't care about her because it's not his, she's not his Lena, right? This fantasy keeps you going, doesn't it? I think, I mean, it's also... Yeah. What makes you so sure you get to do that is the realist thing to say, because, yeah, it's... I don't know, it's fucked, right? Is the idea that once we come back to Earth, we're just gonna let all of them roam around freely? I can't imagine that's actually going to happen, but I'm gonna say this fantasy keeps you going, doesn't it? Because I don't want to antagonize him, and I also don't really want to take that fantasy from him right now.
You know what? I should be mad at you for getting distracted like that. But I totally get it. This fantasy keeps you going, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Just tell me at least if she still watches that stupid comedy show. You know, the one about
A bunch of eggheads trying to make a video game that sells.
Yeah, yeah, that's the one. She'd eat a packet of roasted peanuts and laugh her ass off.
Right. And then it was, honey, I'm out of peanuts. You're not going to the store by any chance?
Oh man, exactly. I loved that.
I hated that. Huh.
You're gonna think this is funny, but I'm experiencing this strange feeling when we talk about our common memories with her. Like an annoying itch that I can't scratch. I think I might be jealous.
Jealous? Of whom? Me?
No, not who. More like jealous of what? All those things I shared with her, intimate moments, I thought they were just between me and her.
That makes sense, actually, yeah.
I have to live with the fact that you had them too.
Does it make them worth less? I could say the same thing because it's my memories you have, yeah. I mean, yeah, Jan Prime objectively can say the same thing. But then again, he can also maybe find comfort in the fact that he is, at least for all intents and purposes, the original, the quote-unquote correct, the canon event timeline. Does it make them worth less?
So? Even if I did, does it reduce the value of what you shared with her?
Maybe not objectively, but it's hard to be cool about it.
I wouldn't be cool about
All
it
those
either.
thoughts, such as, did she feel the same way with him, or was it different for her? It's like with being cheated on.
Like even as
Sometimes it can
Jan
be easier to
Prime.
accept it when it's just physical, but it can be much more painful when it actually involves feelings. And someone else suddenly enters a space that was supposed to only belong to the two of you. The conversations you had, that restaurant you liked together, the music you shared.
Yeah, now that I think about it, I think even non-romantic thing, it would completely fuck with my head having a person that like shared memories with me to age 19, like all childhood memories, all the cringy stuff you've done, everything. Suddenly having a person that also has all of that as memories and as experiences, I think would feel like just very violating, right? Even though in this hypothetical scenario we are I'm the person that cloned myself. But yeah, added to the list of reasons why I'm doing this is a very bad idea. I think I know what you mean.
Yeah, I think I know what you mean. There was a time when I thought Lena was cheating on me.
What?
Things were already beyond repair for us. I think I just needed to blame someone else for it. Find an easy explanation as to why she was so distant from me.
Was it true?
No. And I can see now how childish it was of me.
And I know it's not very mature to be feeling what I'm feeling now. But that's just jealousy for you. It's not rational in any way. Still, you just can't help it.
Yeah.
And all it does is make your mind go crazy.
Love is incomplete without it. It's the quickest way to kill a relationship. Yeah, it's definitely that, even though it's human, to a degree, right?
And it's the quickest way to kill a relationship.
Maybe it does let something toxic creep in. Suspicion. Possessiveness. But then again, some people say it keeps the fire burning. And that without it, love wouldn't be love, but mere friendship. Without any passion.
What do you think?
I really can't say. Maybe it's because love has so many faces. Who can say if a passionate affair is better than steady family love?
Depends on the person you
I
are.
suppose that depends on the person you are.
Maybe. You know what? I shouldn't have touched on this subject in the first place.
I'm not even sure what
What?
he was trying to
Why
tell
not?
me.
It's opening up too many
Like in the
wounds.
end there. Like
I
I
guess-
understood
I just
everything
miss her.
with the jealousy.
Simple as that.
I hope she calls again soon. Anyway, thanks for stopping by.
Anytime.
But I didn't understand the last part about the affair and the stable family life or whatever. Let's talk to our newest addition, Mr. Jan Refiner. Where is he hanging out? There he is. Hey man. Come to terms with the situation?
So, had enough time to come to terms with the situation? I'm fine, thanks. There's not much that can bring me down. But I still feel much weaker than usual. Funny, earlier today I tried to lift a container and I couldn't.
I just realized something. Jan Minor, like, genetically, all Jans are identical, as far as I've understood it. So, since the Rapidium only accelerates the growth, the reason I'm asking this is because I'm wondering if why is he weaker than before, and I think the idea is that he's currently in Jan Prime's body, right? But is the hairstyle like for our benefit, or does the author spend the last hour in the incubator just doing his hair, so we can differentiate them? Yeah, I was confused about that. I'm not exactly sure whose body they're in. Like, are there any differences in their body, or is it like, and the hairstyle is just an artistic choice for our benefit? Are they really identical looking and in completely identical bodies? But that doesn't really make sense, right? Making a human body grow in a lab for however many years, 35 years, Jan is old, wouldn't lead to a healthy human body with like muscle. I'm pretty sure there's no chance you'd have muscle to like stand up or even lift your head, probably, if you know. But maybe the Rapidium is magic in a way, so that it creates the way it grows in case of human, makes it so that a fully formed human can't. So maybe we just need to accept this, because otherwise we'd have like a useless person that couldn't move, and yeah, probably wouldn't be that useful on our crew then. You get back in shape, blame it on the container. Okay, maybe blame it on the container. I'm gonna say that because that doesn't make sense to me, because it would disagree with everything I just said.
I'd blame it on the container. They keep making them
Oh,
heavier for us.
okay. I thought.
Yeah, nice
okay.
tactics, but I'm serious here. Operating the refinery requires stamina. I feel like I'll need to put on at least 15 pounds. Lose the, excess fat here and there.
I was confused about what he meant with container. For some reason I thought he meant like the landing pad or whatever cryopod, like the cryopod that he was in, which from his perspective would make sense, right? Although he seems to have put it together and not be bothered by it at all, but from his perspective he woke up from cryosleep, right? And it would make sense that he'd attribute maybe some muscle atrophy to that. But yeah, when we said the container, he originally said he was lifting a container, and that's where he felt weak in the first place. All right. Being strong seems to matter to you, and I think this guy's gonna ask me to build a gym, right?
Being strong seems to matter a lot to you.
A little extra confidence never hurt anyone. Not that it was ever my priority.
I just like the physical activity.
Help clear my head of problems.
Your problems are gone here. I mean, yes, your old ones are. We have our own problems here, that's true, but maybe your problems are gone here is more positive framing?
Your problems are gone here. It's a chance to wipe the slate clean.
Maybe, but I still can't get my head around one thing.
What's that?
Like, if everything that happened to me isn't true, then does that apply to the people I knew too?
Uh-oh.
I mean, do they exist, but in some different version as well?
Okay, he is figuring it out. I mean... What do you mean it's possible? Yes. The answer is yes, right? The people he knew exist. Probably. Unless the branch... unless the branch caused them to exist or survive in the first place. Which presumably wouldn't be the case for many people, if any at all. So, yes?
It's possible, yes.
Huh. So, hypothetically, someone who in my mind is, let's say, dead could actually still be alive?
Hypothetically?
Yes, and vice versa, right?
Totally.
Yes, everything's possible, yes.
Theoretically, everything's possible.
That's overwhelming. Shit. I think I need to get my mind on something else.
Focus on work, have some fun. I don't actually know what kind of guy he is. Focus on work?
Good idea. Focus on the work. We still have a lot to do before we get out of here.
Right. Work. Sure. See you around then.
He didn't ask me to build a gym. We're gonna do that eventually anyway, though. I was about to say we should watch a movie, but repair module, high failure risk. How long? 6 hours, no shot. No movie watching then. I'm not sure if movie watching would actually make it likely that something bad happens, but I don't want to risk it. So let's head to the captain's cabin, call it a day, and I thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.